and welcome to what I hope will be a continuing series, The Adventures of a Home Health Aide. Now, if you've never been a home health aide, let me clue you in on a couple of things. Being a home health aide is kind of the wild, wild west of the healthcare world. You don't know what you're going to walk into, you don't know what you're going to be dealing with, and you will do things and have to do things for your patient that would make a lot of healthcare professionals just, for instance, I'm not an RN. But as a home health aide, if it is allowed by the patient or the patient's family, I'm allowed to administer medications. Now, as a home health aide, I'm not a physical therapist, but if allowed, if instructed, if shown, I am allowed to help my patient with their in-home therapy. It is truly the wild, wild west of healthcare because the rules really don't apply. You do not know what you're walking into. Now, there might be somebody coming off shift that can brief you, or you might be walking in and ready to raw dog with no dinner or reach around. You don't know. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I found myself at Grandpa's house. Now, Grandpa is just a stunningly adorable little old man, sitting in a rocking chair on the front porch of his home. Can't wait to meet him. He looks adorable. I get up to him. I walk up the steps. I say hello, introduce myself, and he spits what could only be described as a baseball-sized hunk of chaw out of his mouth. Looks me up and down, opens his mouth, and goes, "Well, you ain't as skinny as the last one, but you'll do." Ain't as skinny as the last one, but I'll do. So I giggle and say, "Yeah, I'm a bit of a chunky girl." He looks right at me and just, "That ain't chunky, honey. You just fat as hell. You just fat. Come on, girl." Well, shit. I like you. So I follow him into his house, put my bag down, straighten up, look around, and my jaw just, because in Grandpa's cabin, there's not a whole lot of wall space. There's a lot of furry things, scaly things, things with feathers, things with gills, and things with, I don't know what they were, hanging on every inch of wall space you can imagine. Even the lamp. You ever see a lamp that has deer feet and legs for the stand and you pull a pair of testicles to get the lamp to turn on? 'Cause I do. I've never felt so awkward about turning on a lamp in my life. I digress. I ask him what he needs done today, and he directs me to do his laundry and his cleaning. And then he says we're going to clean the animals. You ever take a brush made for a baby and groom multiple taxidermied animals on the wall? Because I have. And then it was time before I left to get some dinner started for Grandpa. And he wanted gizzard, kidney, and liver stew. Yep. Chopped up some deer liver. Put a whole thing of chicken gizzards and chicken livers in a pot with 2 cans of kidney beans, a can of tomatoes, and enough spices to make a volcano go, "That's hot." He couldn't understand why I didn't want any. And as he's sitting there staring at me, whittling wood with a very sharp-looking knife, I'm making chili. My day is done. I go to leave. He looks at me, puts his hand out, and I shake it. And as I'm leaving, he's standing on the porch, and the last thing I heard before I get in the car is, "I wish I could find me something that pulled my testicles as hard as you pulled the ones on that lamp. Hell, I thought you were going to swallow them." Like, damn. And I know I turned around. I know my head just about whipped off its shoulders because he started laughing, walked back in his house, and slammed the door. Home health aide. The wild, wild west of healthcare and a whole lot of, oh my God, I don't know what I'm walking into. Where's my rosary?